Hey everybody, it's Darkling Muffin, and welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we went to Goron City, met with the big brother of the Gorons, and found out that they're not really vibing right now. And then we reunited with Saria here, and learned Saria's song, which is a vibe. And in this episode, we're going to discover if there's a correlation. First things first, though, there's a couple things that you can do around the forest that I wanted to do. A couple of them I wanted to do last episode, and then I just kind of forgot to do them, but I am gonna do them in this episode. And then there's also something else that we can do now that we have Saria's song, of all things. Crazy how things that you obtain allow you to get things later. That is how video games work. One thing about Saria's song that I should mention is that, like Sun's song, it actually does have a use other than playing it for specific people in specific places. If you play Saria's song, get to jam out with the nice music. It's a good song. You want to talk to Saria, right? You can talk to Saria wherever you want. I'm not going to do the voice right now because my throat isn't exactly feeling great, but Link, this is Saria. Can you hear me? The forest is connected to many places. If you can hear my song, you must be somewhere that is connected to the forest. Do you want to talk to Saria again? No. And there is an alternate use for Saria's song if you play Saria's song again. And instead, this time, you don't want to talk to Saria. You can actually talk to Navi, who will tell you whatever Navi would normally tell you in that situation based on the point of the game. So it's basically another hint system. Like Navi, Saria will give you hints about what you can do, and I think Saria will give you more specific hints, but don't quote me on that because I don't ever actually use it because I know what to do in this game. Hoo-hoo. Did you learn an Ocarina song from Saria? That melody seems to have some mysterious power. There may be some other mysterious songs like this that you can learn in Hyrule. If you hold the Ocarina with the Ocarina icon where a melody is necessary, a musical staff will appear. I recommend you play the song you know. I also suggest that you play even when a score is not displayed, just like this. Hoo hoo hoo, hoot hoot hoot. Do you want to hear what I said again? To view the list of melodies you've learned, open the Ocarina subscreen and tap the icon on the bottom right corner. Select a song icon there and you will see its name and melody. You may want to memorize the ones you use frequently, though. So that's a nice little helpful thing to know, is if you use the Ocarina, we have this little menu here which has all of the songs that we can play. Especially if you're making the transition from the N64 version to the 3DS version, this is a good way to sort of relearn how to play the song using the 3DS controls, which are a little bit different. The first thing I wanted to do now that we're here in the forest is I need to get some bugs, which I believe, yes, are here in this patch of grass here. One thing I want to note is that for the purposes of this series, just for the heck of it, I'm going to avoid using a fairy. I went over what the fairy is useful for. If you die, the fairy will bring you back to life. For the purposes of this series, I'm not going to do that just because I think it, makes it a little bit more fun. So I should sort of keep track of where we are, so I'm just going to head back for a second. This over here, this is the entrance to the Sacred Forest Meadow. From here, if you go left, and then to the right, and then to the right again, we end up in the secret area that I don't think I showed off before, with a couple of business scrubs. There's one there and one over to the left. But what's more important is this is a patch of soft soil that I totally forgot to get the Skulltula from, so I am making up for it. I wanted to do this last episode. I'm making up for that by doing it now, and I don't want your nuts, or whatever it was that he was selling. Be funny if it actually was nuts. Anyway, there is a gold Skulltula token, meant to get that last episode, and I didn't get it last episode. But if we continue along, going off to the right here, we should be, so this is where this sort of little fountain area is. Going to the right from here brings us to the entrance to the Goron City that we came through when we got here. Going to the left, to the right. And then from here, I showed off this little area here with this Skull Kid from last episode, and over that way was where we got where we got a gold Skulltula. But now, if we hop up here, this guy seems to be very intent on playing a song, so why don't we play a song along with him? Okay, I pressed the wrong thing. I was trying to play along with the music, but it didn't really work out. Let's just play the song. Oh, man. I'm good at this game, I swear. You know Saria's song? We should be friends. Here, take this. You got a piece of heart? So there's a nice little piece of heart. I have, in all caps, in my notes, go back and get Skull HP, so that I don't forget to get that piece of heart there. And then there's one more thing that I wanted to do here, but I realized that I need bugs, so I'm going to go quickly grab some more bugs, because we need bugs to do the thing that I want to do. And the bugs are just so far away, man. I could cut this all out, but I'm not doing it because, I don't know, I like torturing you with tedium. Speaking of torturing with tedium, this episode, I gotta say, this episode was a silly little episode. I'm gonna get lost on purpose here to end up back in Kokiri, by the way. This episode was a silly one because, after recording the last episode, I saved and quit. Sorry to break your immersion that this isn't one seamless playthrough, but last episode I saved and quit, and then I found out that you can't get back to Saria without reactivating the owl, and, I wanted to keep that, the owl dialogue in there, because, it's part of playing the game, but I saved and quit, so I couldn't get back to Saria to make it more seamless, and then I was like, okay, this is what backup files are for, so let's load up my backup file, and my backup file was, from 3 or 4 episodes ago, and it was like, dang it, man, that sucks. But anyway, there was a gold Skulltula in this soft soil patch there, and I forgot to get that last episode. That was the other thing I forgot. And now that I've done everything that I want to do in this episode, or, well, not everything I want to do. It's the end of the episode, guys. Goodbye. No, that's the last thing that I wanted to do, that from last episode that I wanted to do in this episode. So let's head back to Goron City and, well, let's see if we can cheer up the big brother of the Gorons, shall we? And we're back here in Goron City. I just took the shortcut from the Lost Woods there. I mean, I suppose you could go all the way back to Kakariko Village and climb the mountain again, but why would you do that? Let's head on in down here. And let's see if we can cheer up this angry, angry man. I keep pressing the wrong button. Hang on. There we go, the musical staff is there.
Oh! Oh! Come on! Come on, come on, come on! Hot! What a hot beat! Whoa! Yeah! Yahoo! Hey, what a nice tune! Just like that, my depression is all gone. Something just came over me. I suddenly wanted to dance like crazy. I am Darunia. I'm the big boss of the Gorons. Was there something you wanted to ask me about? What? You want the spiritual stone of fire too? The spiritual stone of fire, also known as the Goron's Ruby, is our race's hidden treasure. But hold on, I'm not gonna give it to you that easily. If you want it so badly, why don't you go and destroy the monsters inside of Dodongo's cavern and prove you're a real man? That way everyone will be happy again. If you do it, I'll give you anything you want, even the spiritual stone. I have something for you. I'm not really giving you this in return for anything, but take it anyway. If you wear this, even a little fellow like you can pick a bomb flower using A.
You got the Goron's bracelet. Now you can pull up bomb flowers. Stand next to one and use A to pull it up.
And this is a pretty helpful item, and one thing I really want to note is that I think it's really cool that the bomb flower actually appears on Link's arm. That's a really nice touch that they added in, and it's even on the N64 version. This isn't a 3DS exclusive, thing. But yeah, now we have the ability to pick a bomb flower. And he mentioned something about destroying the monsters in Dodongo's cavern. Maybe we should give it a shot. Now that we can pick bomb flowers, I'm sure that we can do anything. In the meantime, though, here's a bomb flower. If we stand next to it and press A, we can pick up the bomb flower, and sure enough, it will explode eventually. So I'm just gonna leave it there and run away. Committing acts of terrorism is not a big deal. Don't worry about it. On our way out into Death Mountain Trail, we return here to Death Mountain Trail. You know what? No. Everything's fine. I thought I screwed something up, but I didn't screw something up. It's all okay. Over here, if we, let's read the sign. Let's see what the sign says. Natural Wonder Bomb Flower. Danger, do not uproot. Or, again, you will commit acts of terrorism. I'm standing here to shade this bomb flower from the sun. Do you have a question for me? Let's ask about bomb flowers. The plant growing over there is a bomb flower. It's a mining plant that grows only on this mountain. Very convenient that there's just a plant that's made for mining. The flower's fruit is the raw material for bombs, but a non-Goron amateur should never pick a bomb flower's fruit. They usually grow only in dark places, so bomb flowers that grow in a place like this are extremely rare. Let's hear about Dodongo's cavern. Did you see the cavern on your way here? That is Dodongo's cavern. Because the light inside is very dim, the bomb flowers, a plant unique to this mountain, grow like crazy in there. And if we have a look, if we climb up here and have a look down, we saw before that there's just this giant rock blocking the way inside a cave, and we have access to a bomb flower. So let's pick up the bomb flower and throw her down. And kerblooshie! That's the onomatopoeia I am going with. And we blew up the sign while we were there. Let's not worry about that. That's how you open the entrance to Dodongo's cavern, and if you haven't guessed already, Dodongo's cavern is, of course, our next destination, our next dungeon that we're going to have to complete. But I guess we're close enough now that I don't have enough time to say what I wanted to say, so I'll say that when we get into the dungeon. But we notice that right here, there's a soft soil patch. And, well, we know that popping some bugs into a soft soil patch means that we can... Oh no! Oh no, we blew up the rock that had the bugs, or maybe there wasn't one that had bugs. This is fine, I'm going down the mountain this way. I will be right back once I get some bugs. I got bugs. Alright, I'm back here by the entrance to Dodongo's cavern. What I was trying to show off was that I'm pretty sure one of these rocks has bugs under it. I'm like 90% certain one of them does. Is it gonna be the last one? Oh my god, get out of here, Tektite, get out! Die! Is it this one? Is it the last? No, okay, so I guess there just aren't any bugs. I could have sworn one of those rocks had bugs under it, but I guess not. Anyway, let's just go ahead and grab the gold Skulltula from the soft soil patch. I guess I was wrong when I said that most of the time there's some bugs nearby the soft soil patch. I'm not sure where the bugs are around here, but I thought they were there and they weren't there, so that kind of sucks. But, whatever. We got our gold Skulltula, and let's head into Dodongo's Cavern. Don't enter without permission. Well, we got permission. First things first, there is another rock blocking our way, and off to the left, and I guess on the right as well, got ourselves some bomb flowers. Let's go ahead and use that to open our way. As one does. This dungeon looks so cool! The lava down there, the giant head of a monster, the rib cage up there. Oh, it looks so cool. You can also see there's some bridges up there, so we're probably going to have to see what those are about eventually. But one thing is that I realized I forgot to re-equip my Hylian shield. Definitely don't want to have your Deku shield equipped, because if you get hit by something that is fire, a wooden shield is going to break. It looks like there are many lava pits around here, so watch your step. Indeed, yeah, watch your step very carefully. There's these raising and lowering platforms. You can jump across them, and we got ourselves a new enemy! Beamos! Watch out for a searching beam. I bet it doesn't like smoke to get inside. Unfortunately, producing smoke is not something we are capable of doing. I should note that jumping out into the lava isn't instant death. You just take gradual damage, and I didn't realize how low my health was already. But off to the right here, there's a Beamos there, and a bomb flower here, so our natural assumption is blow it up. Kerbloofy. There's also another rock that looked like the rock that was blocking the way to the cavern there, so let's go ahead and blow it up. Maybe not like that. Hey, I did it anyway, and there's one of these things here. I don't know if I've mentioned these before. These are gossip stones. They're useless to us right now. Actually, they're not entirely useless. If you hit it, it'll tell you what time it is, and that is helpful for precisely the one thing that I mentioned before that is dependent on the time. There's another wall over here we can blow up. Now, I do want to mention one thing, now that we're in Dodongo's Cavern, that the story as it is now is actually not entirely what it always was. Oh, and there's a new enemy first of all! Baby Dodongo, watch out for its leaping attack, it'll explode after it's defeated. These guys just take one little hit to take care of, and yeah, stay back because they will explode. Anyway, the original version of the story... Oh man, I keep having things to explain. If you stand up next to this wall and kill a baby Dodongo next to the wall that can clearly explode, it'll blow up the wall. That's nice, isn't that cool? That's a nice little shortcut. I mean, we could do that later in the dungeon anyway. No spoilers, but that's just the way to do it now. Now, the early version of the story. We've already dealt with keys before. Early version of the story, Darunia didn't actually lock himself away in his room because he was depressed that Ganondorf sealed off the cave where his entire race get their food. Instead, Darunia's upset because someone, and the text doesn't mention who, was in Dodongo's cavern and accidentally dropped the spiritual stone while running away from a Dodongo. Yeah, the earlier version of the story had us getting the spiritual stone because some Goron is a klutz. And given that Darunia is the keeper of the stone, it's possible that Darunia was the klutz. So that's funny. Through this room, we got ourselves some more keys. I should mention that text that I'm talking about comes from a version of the game that was, or it comes from the text dump of a version of the game that was leaked a little while ago. So that's where that text comes from. Here we have a couple of new enemies, and these are sort of mini-boss for the dungeon. Lizalfos, use your shield well and fight with L-targeting techniques. Indeed. Jump slashes are hard to do because they do move around a lot, but if they're attacking, you can counter-attack with a jump attack. The best option that you have, though, are, of course, sticks and nuts. If you throw a nut, it'll freeze it. You can jump slash it. You can also use your shield to block their attacks, and when you do enough damage to one, it'll run away, and the other one will do a weird little spinny move, and that's when that one is going to attack you. So I'm just going to go ahead and use another nut. And that's enough to take it out. And then I'm just going to wait for this one to come and attack me. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I believe you can defeat me in hand-to-hand combat. Ow, my face. It probably only needs one more hit. Yeah. I was not doing my best job there because I wanted to conserve the singular Deku Nut that I have. Now, this room has a secret. This room has a secret that you probably didn't know about, or at least I didn't know about this for a very, very long time. See this lava fall? You can just jump behind the lava fall, so it's kind of like, you know how the rule of video games is if you see a waterfall, you can probably go behind the waterfall? That's that, but with an actual lava fall, which I would never have guessed that was a thing. Oh, I want that. I want it. Can I get it? Oh, okay. I got it! I got it! I risked my life for it, but I got it! Anyway, I think I'm gonna end off the episode here. We made it fairly far into, well, not fairly far. We started off Dodongo's Cavern here, and I think this is a good spot to end it. So, in the next episode of Ocarina of Time, we'll continue through Dodongo's Cavern and hopefully get the Spiritual Stone of Fire.